Hello, my name is Diva. I'm a therapist and a Lenormand cards and tarot instructor. And today we are going to talk a little bit about the Lenormand cards in USA and the name Gypsy cards. I went to the Mary Kay Greer blog, and she has an amazing blog. I recommend you guys, if you don't know yet, go there because there's a lot of content, a lot of material. Okay, it's just Mary Kay Greer, I think. If you put Mary Kay Greer on Google, you Google it, you're gonna show at first her blog, and she has like I think almost 20 articles about Lenormand cards, and one of those talks about Lenormand cards in USA, and she says that Lenormand cards were very common in New York and Chicago, since then. I'm reading because I made my notes, then buried me. That she says that Lenormand cards were very common in New York and Chicago since the 19th century in German American immigrant communities. And she says also that even though U.S. games have been publishing the Blue Owl, maybe you already have seen this deck, Lenormand deck is traditional. It's from AGM Iranian. It's a Belgian German publisher, but U.S. games have been publishing the Blue Hour for at least 50 years. Okay, the Gypsy Witch deck with 52 cards has the dominance in the American cartomancy, because the Lenormand cards, if you know or you don't know, the deck is contain 36 cards, but the Gypsy Witch deck is another deck with 52 cards. As today, still more popular in US than the Lenormand cards. It's a red box. I don't have it here, but if you Google it, it's gonna show it's very popular. And what I could see after reading the blog is that the decks published and distributed in US in that time, in the beginning of the 20th century and 19th century, had their names changed by publishers. I saw on the article a lot of Lenormand decks being republished or even distributed in US, because even when it was published and imported from Germany, would be with both English and German meanings in the little book, but there was very usual to change the names, like that's the case of Madame Morrow's fortune-telling cards, published in 1867. This deck was an exact replica of a German Lenormand deck, but in US, it would be the Madame Morrow's fortune-telling cards. The name was anything with Lenormand, but it was a exact replica. Okay, and again, in the same way, we will find Lenormand decks published in America with names depicting the word gypsy, okay? And like Madame Lenormand's Gypsy Fortune-Telling Card Game. That they inserted the word gypsy, and I think this was very popular, very usual, okay? It seems that in that time, a simple mention of the word gypsy in the deck's title, or even in its presentation in the box, relating the deck to some Romani character would improve the sales chances and place in business competition. So if the deck would have some relation with any character, Romani character, they would say gypsy, the sales would be better. So I realized that made me think that maybe the name for the Lenormand deck as gypsy cards in Brazil, it was maybe the same case. Because do you remember last week I explained that in Brazil, I don't know if last week or the week before, but I have said that in Brazil, at first, until the 90s, the Lenormand cards were known as gypsy cards, and we never knew about Lenormand, the name Lenormand, or anything. Okay, so I was thinking, made me think about that maybe was the same thing, the same thing that happened in USA. Okay, maybe the same mystification that happened in USA was happening in Brazil. Okay, the deck mystification improving the product's popularity and sales. And I don't know, it's just thinking that I had, but it's a very remarkable coincidence. I didn't know that. I just read that article from Mary Kay Greer, and in the article, I really recommend that you go there and read it, because there are pictures of those old decks that are all inspired in this one, in the Game of Hope. They are all inspired in this deck. It's very simple. It's the Game of Hope, the game that gave the place to Lenormand cards. The publisher just changed the name later. Okay. And today we have the card number 4, the house. Okay, this is that French deck. This is the more traditional one. You're gonna see this kind of depiction of the house is more common. Is card number 4. Okay, this card has the same meaning in Brazil and elsewhere. It's the same meaning, means family, home, good foundation, the feeling of being safe. Okay, domestic affairs can be a symbol for location, like a venue, it can be a business location. Okay, for you to know what kind of location, look at the cards around the house, around this card. Okay, and when family is the meaning in your reading, do not see this just as a family by blood. Okay, but the family you have chosen. Okay, not always our family by blood is the family that we consider. So be flexible with this. Okay, it's a card for good structure, and in its negative side, you can have stubbornness, unhealthy conservative views and behavior. Okay, a backward standpoint, overprotective, or even abuse of power. Overprotective behavior, but unhealthy. Okay, is not when it is in a negative side. Okay, and that's it for today's guys. Next week we're gonna be here again with more curiosities and the card number 5. Okay, bye.